Here's how you properly pull out a woman's chair. Before you ever even touch a chair, a true gentleman never sits before the young lady. If for any reason you are awaiting her arrival or she's at the restroom, it is proper etiquette for a man. Once she approaches the table, you should stand up. A gentleman always stands when a woman is approaching the table. Tip 2, you're gonna place both hands on the top of the chair and you will gently pull it out. You don't want to drag the chair, you don't want to yank the chair, you don't want to tilt the chair. A gentle pull. Once you've pulled the chair, you allow the woman to enter the space. Now ladies, this is very important. Once you get here, you don't automatically sit. Your job, ladies, is to enter the space. You allow him to push the chair. Once you feel the chair tap, then you sit. Once the lady takes her space, you let her position herself and you give the chair another gentle nudge, helping her sit. This is all about timing. You don't want to push the chair too fast, or you don't want her just standing there feeling awkward as you are trying to push the chair underneath her. A huge mistake that I see way too often when a young lady takes her seat all the way out here away from the table, and now both of you have this weird or awkward situation where you're dragging or trying to push the chair in. The chair is dragging and squeaking. That is incorrect. This isn't something you master on the first go around. That's why it's important for you to practice this at home. I hope this video helps. Peace.
How to Stop Being a Simp, explained by Kanye West's first rule. Don't chase what don't clap when you win. You buy her flowers, she don't even post the stem. You wrote her a paragraph, she sent back a K. I wrote Runaway and still got played. Being nice ain't the issue, being desperate is she ain't ignoring you cause you're kind. She's ignoring you cause you ain't him. You begging for attention, I was building a brand. I turned heartbreak into headlines, pain into demand. I don't be the guy in a phone named Maybe. Be the guy on her playlist who dropped classics like 808s and Heartbreak. Then dip like Jesus. You wanna stop simping, start producing, not beats. Value, send this to a simple who needs to start hanging out with the fellas again.
I'll never forget this case. It was heartbreak. There was this I think he was 10. Yeah, 10-year-old little boy. And he used to say to his dad, when you drop me off after our visit, can we stop before we turn onto Mom's street? And I'll give you a hug and I'll tell you I love you. Because then when we get to the house, I'm gonna get out of the car and yell that I hate you and I never wanna see you again, and I'm gonna run up to Mom's. Because this kid at 10 had figured out that if he let Mom know he loves Dad, that Mom would be mad at him and she would be cold to him. And he also knew that his father loved him so much that he could do that and yell at him and he would understand. And so they had this routine for 2 years where they would pull up and get out of the car and he'd hug him and he'd tell him he loved him, and then he'd get back in the car and he'd pull up to the house and the kid would get out and slam the door and yell, I hate you, I never want to see you again, and run back up to Mom's, and Mom would shuffle him in, my poor baby. What do you think that does to a kid? What do you think that does? What effect do you think that has on a kid? How could you create conditions like that and claim you love that kid? But the problem is we have a system that is ill-equipped to deal with that.
You like things like role play and being whipped with a whip in the bedroom.
Yeah, these are true things.
So are you a dom, a sub, or a switch?
Haven't really done much of it. Really, my only experience was with the whip. And I really enjoyed the whip. I had someone whip me because it was an emotional release. The pain as they were whipping me felt really good. It was lots of endorphins. So I enjoyed that, but I don't think I'd want to be or tied down too much. I'm not sure about that.
Now, I notice on your head, you're wearing crystals.
Well, I love the clear quartz crystal. That's what I have all within my home and around me.
Beautiful. I have some too. It's super cool.
Desiree even has a stone or something.
You guys brought your own crystals.
Dragonfly. That's because I'm into transformation.
I wore the Theotokos on my necklace to counteract all of this demonic woo-woo stuff.
So does height really matter when you guys are dating?
Yes.
Oh.
Actually,
I'm 5'1". I'm short, guys. So obviously
everybody is taller than you.
No, that's not true. Because I have met some guys that
4'11".
checked. Listen, for real, they checked off the box, all the boxes.
They always do.
Besides the height,
the shorter ones always do it. That's
and
why
I'm gonna say. Like, there's this one guy that was just, everything was hitting, and then
You screwed up.
and my best friend was like, it's okay, you could just wear kitten heels all the
okay.
time. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, I'm 5'1". I'm 5'1".
but even in heels, you wouldn't be taller than someone 5'5".
Yes, because I like 5-inch heels, like 4 or 5-inch heels. Yes, I'm like right there. We're the same height. You looking at me like, I don't like that.
I can't believe this is a conversation today. They have this level, like men that are not tall. They're extremely masculine and they're very manly and
because they lack in height.
For example, I was on a podcast with a guy.
Traitor.
You guys know who I'm talking about. The guy with the braids that he was like, I'm a high value man.
Yes.
And then this other lady chewed him up because she's just like, dude, yes, you're tall. I don't want to say the word, but the assness. So I've dated a couple of men that were like my height, whatever. I'm 5'6". For some reason, they just always got their shit together. Very confident, very masculine, they just provide, they give you that safe space. Sometimes
the
when guys are
tall
really
men
tall,
probably
it's like,
feel very safe.
Or they
in
feel like they just got
knowing
it.
that they can get women just because of their height.
And here we are
because
talking
that
about
they
it.
know that they're going to be looked at by women because they're as tall as they are. Women that are 5'1" are absolutely the women that need to be okay and don't need to be saying, I mean, a man that's 6 foot. And you need to be okay with that man that's 5'5". No, honestly, sometimes the height difference with a really tall man, like if you get a really nice like 6'4"
That's what I'm saying.
nigga,
That's
and
what
they're
she's
with
like.
a 5 foot as like, it's like,
Don't be a
whoa.
hater. Don't be a hater.
Like, whoa, come on.
My husband is so busy. A busy husband is a good husband. What do you mean? You got a man that works hard, provides, and has purpose. That tells you he's thinking about your future. True, but what if I'm not getting enough love? Is that so wrong to want? It's not wrong to want his attention. So what am I supposed to do? Just stay quiet and accept it? No, you just learn how to use your softness to create a space that he's excited to come home to with zero pressure or guilt. Why softness? Because when you learn how to communicate from your sweet feminine side, he is naturally wired to want to take care of your needs. That is what I need for him to want to. Can you teach me more? Yes, that's exactly why I created the Feminine Reset course, so you can inspire him to take care of you while also building him up. Comment feminine and I'll send you the link.
Stop dating women. Guys, you need to understand that dating is very short term. You go to bars, you go to clubs to find a woman to, I don't know, hopefully be with her for a couple months' time, have some good quick, and then on to the next. You are now becoming an addicted simp. You may not believe this, David. Me? No, not a chance. 100% you are. The rise of incels, Pornhub, OnlyFans subscriptions, and weak, loserish men, while dating and hookup culture has continued to rise, is astronomical. In fact, what you're doing is now subconsciously pedestalizing them. You are losing any frame, any base, any authority you have as a man, and you're becoming useless. Instead, do the opposite. Stay based, learn thyself, become useful, gain skills, resources, increase your spiritual connection to God, and through that, my friend, you become the prize, women chase you, and you decide whether or not you move forwards.
Ladies, if you don't think you're good enough for a guy, you're overthinking it. Guys don't need perfect. We don't need the smartest girl, or the most attractive girl, or the girl with everything together. That stuff's great, but it's not what actually matters. What matters is loyalty, effort, somebody who's honest, somebody who stays. Because there will always be girls that do something better. Always. But that doesn't make them better for him. The girl who shows up, supports him, cares about him, and doesn't leave when times get tough, that's the girl that he remembers. That's the one that he actually wants. So if you're doubting yourself, stop. Just show him you're there. Tell him that he's finally found the one that's not going anywhere.
Your skin and oh yeah, your skin and bones.
Help. Oh, get in! What a woman you are. You're trying to get a ring on your finger, aren't you?
Here you go, baby. Isaiah.
Spam Masubi! I'm just about to rest this leg, Linda. Oh. Oh. Babe. Oh my. Oh my God. Honey, thank you.
I think a misconception is when a lot of these women talk about wanting a provider man, and he don't really spend a whole lot of time with me, yada, yada, yada. And I think the woman was like, well, you know, you need to create a space for him to want to come home too. I don't think that's the issue sometimes. I think the space is fine. I just think the man is like, in order to provide her with the things that she wants, I gotta work. It don't have nothing to do with me not wanting to come home. My space is just fine. She cooks, she cleans, she does everything that I ask her to do. But in order to maintain this, I have to work. And I'm trying to put away a little nest egg so that I can sit back and I can relax. There's a lot of things, and I don't think modern women realize it. They put a lot of pressure on men. You know, maybe not. I think women in general, they put a lot of pressure on men. Well, I want you to be better. I want you to perform. And a man has to go out there and perform. A lot of stuff that women are asking men to do, they don't know how to do. And so they have to learn it. They have to educate themselves. Well, why don't you go to school? It doesn't matter whether you go to school or you learn on the street. It don't matter. You're going to have to learn at some point in time, one way or another. And it takes time to learn. A lot of modern women a lot of these days out here are not patient. So they don't want to wait for you to learn. They want you to already know. That's why they try to get all dolled up and meet men at the finish line, like Kevin Samuels talks about, because you're supposed to have all that taken care of. But once again, unfortunately for you, because he has all that taken care of, he's a little bit more dominant than you probably would like. He's a little bit more outspoken and opinionated on what you do, where you go, who you be with. Things that make you smile. What numbers are down? You're going to be here for a while. Just kidding. But he's going to be a little bit more opinionated because he's been through it. He's got experience with it. And a man that has experience with a certain thing and he sees you going down a way that in his experience is not going to be the way to go, you're going to hear him. And he's not going to, oh, well, you do what you want to do. That's not going to happen. You're going to have close to no say so. And he's trying to be, no. You said you wanted to get on my program. I handed you my program. And I looked and said, so what do you think? I'll take you out to dinner. We can go somewhere nice. I'll give you a little presents or whatever, whatnot. That ain't nothing to me. What do you think about my program? They sit there and wait for an answer. And I don't want to know, well, let me think it. What do you think of my program? You knew this was coming. What do you think of my program? What's up? And sit there and look. And now it's time for you to put up or shut up. Modern women can't do it. They cannot handle the pressure. They cannot handle the direction. A lot of these women can't. And that's why they're not with that man, that type of man. First of all, it's not a lot of them. Second of all, you can't handle the pressure of that. A man, the man that you're looking for, that you say you want, he got too many, he's too rough for you. He's too direct for you. He thinks too quickly for you. And I'm not saying that he's smarter than you. I'm just saying the decisions he makes, the direction that he goes, he already moving in the direction. Sometimes he don't even tell you where he's going. He just start moving in that direction. And you got to catch up. It's hard for these modern women, especially when they want to go to Starbucks every day, to want to know what he's doing, to want to know where he's going. You might not get Starbucks for the day. You might have to stop and get Dunkin'. You might have to stop at one of these coffee shops in a gas station and get one of those things, or get one of those drinks out of the cooler. Number one, you might have to actually make your own coffee. Your life might have to be portable, depending on what he's going, what he's doing. That man might be on a plane, and you got to build your life around what he's doing. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't think y'all gonna be adjusting. You think you're gonna be walking around the house with like one of those little lap dogs or whatever you call them in your hands and your purse and all that other stuff. Actually, that might be good for you. A little small dog like that can fit in your purse and you can carry it wherever you want, because that dog might actually give you comfort, because a lot of times you're gonna be uncomfortable.
Things that my low effort boyfriend does that would probably send girls with high effort boyfriends into a coma. We've been together for 2 years and he's never taken me on a date our entire relationship. He doesn't buy me birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, any type of gift. Like, he's never gotten me a gift before, like even like flowers. Yeah, he's never gotten me flowers before.
So we are calling them low effort boyfriend now.
Okay.
Does he know that he's your boyfriend? Or are you just calling him your boyfriend?
Do women really like bad guys?
Man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something, I don't know. You know, I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm going to admit it. I like men who are going to treat me like I do. I like men who are going to go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that? I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. Okay, I didn't ask my dad to leave. He just did.
Count it out for me and hand it to me in my hand. Don't look at me.
3.
Louder.
300. 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480.
Simps are fucking it up for all of us. The simping is getting way too out of hand. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Hey, he looked like he just got off of work. That is crazy. He looked like he had on like his work clothes and everything. Got on his knees to pay her. That's crazy. This is what men are doing. When they get off work, they running right to the it's just getting ridiculous. Men, we gotta stop the simping. Not we, because I know I don't simp, but to the ones that do.
90 Days Fiancé is a real thing and it is dangerous. There's a trap. When you marry a non-citizen and you bring him or her here to this country, you sign a financial affidavit. Once you sign this financial affidavit, you are swearing to Uncle Sam that you would be financially responsible for this person and that this person will never ever be on the welfare system. So let's assume you did the fiancé visa, she comes here or he comes here and you marry, and 2 years later things don't work out and you decide to divorce. Guess what? The financial affidavit is enforceable under the law. You are financially responsible for this person for the next 10 years or until he or she is capable of providing for themselves. If you guys enjoy this clip, give me a follow.
I married the nice guy. The guy who made me laugh. I married the guy who was stable, who didn't yell. I married the guy who wasn't afraid to get down on the floor and play with kids. I married the guy who laughed really loudly. Who didn't seem to care if anybody was watching. I married the guy who was soft with me. Who listened to me on the phone for hours.
Spoiler alert, guys, they are separated, heading towards divorce, which is so disappointing and exactly why so many will say that a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. And it is exactly when loyalty and commitment is not valued over individual happiness. In these situations, 100% of the time, the grass is not greener, and the woman ends up regretting the divorce. But what's unfair and unfortunate for men oftentimes that are committed, that are loyal, they have to go through this sort of loss, and that kind of stinks.
If you walk way. You'll make this grown man cry. Don't leave me, girl. No, stay. Where the niggas that do this at? Where the niggas that sing to you at? Where the bagging niggas at? Fuck it for private. What? I'm begging you. You're my heart. You're my soul. You got so much control. My love runs deeper than the ocean is. See what he say? But if you say what I'ma do? You take the little piece of me. Don't leave, don't leave, no, no, no. Don't leave me, girl.
I was watching a video. A woman said, "Guys are not approaching no more. Where are all the real men?" Back in the day, it used to be the worst she can say is no. That was a common saying between us men. However, now you get faced with bad attitude, disrespect. There's no respect for the approach. No thank you, or hey, I appreciate it, but not interested, or I'm in a relationship, I have a boyfriend, whatever. Now we go into the bigger things. Being made fun of in public or in the group that woman might be in. Second is fake harassment cases. Third is getting trespassed from that place, whether it's a store or whatever it is, wherever you've seen the woman. The problem is now the risk is too high because women don't have a baseline for a bad approach. They find the guy unattractive and he used the same line as an attractive guy would, they're gonna call it harassment. That's the problem. And they get away with it. That's why they keep that. I'm not saying all women are like that, but a fair amount are. There are good interactions too that we have, where there's respect and appreciation of a guy approaching. Always feels good for the guy, right? So it's not that men are scared, it's just they don't feel it's worth it now. The juice is not worth the squeeze in. Do you understand? You understand. So ladies, if you want men to approach like the good olden times, you have to make yourself approachable and at least respect a good approach. I'm not saying be out here saying thank you to creeps and stuff. Where it was a clean approach and the guy's trying or whatever, even though he might be nervous, that's okay. It takes a lot to do it. If not, it's not going to make a difference for men per se. For guys' attention and validation levels that are going to be low, not ours, because we don't work on attention and validation. Thank you. Come again.
My ex-wife's been remarried for 15 years. How did you two meet? She was 18 and I was 19. And at 2 a.m. there was a fire drill. And I saw her and I thought she was really cute. And I was like, hey, I'm Jim Sexton. This is Mike Fawcett. And her first words to me were, Sexton and Fawcett. It sounds like a bad cop show. And I remember thinking, I like her. And we were friends. We were friends for a really long time. We weren't dating. Why? One night over like a Christmas break, we both got drunk and we hooked up. But she didn't really want to be my girlfriend. She's like, you're really not like a serious guy. She's like, you're like a guy you have fun with. And I remember being sort of like offended by that. Like, no, I'm going to try to get her to like take me seriously. And she wouldn't and didn't. We would hook up a lot, but she just didn't take me seriously. And then I pulled a kind of nuclear move. One of her sorority sisters asked me out and I said yes. And then I said to her, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going out with Sue. She was like, you're what? You're going to go out with her? And I was like, why wouldn't I go out with her? I'm not in a relationship. And she was like, fine, go out with her. I don't care. The day before the date, she was like, all right, I think I'm comfortable with us saying we're boyfriend and girlfriend. That was it. We moved in together a couple months later. And then we got married at 22 and we had our first kid when we were 24. So we did a lot really fast. We were so young, I don't think we really knew what we wanted in a person. And we both came from challenging families. We both came from households that had an alcoholic father. We both moved out when we were 17. We were each other's family. We realized we could rely on each other, and we did. And we did a good job. I don't see my divorce as a failure. She's been remarried for like 15 years to an awesome guy, really nice guy. Very different than me, very different personality, but like just a nice guy and a good guy.
Not to be funny, but is he more serious?
Yeah, he's more calm. He's a therapist. He's not the most talkative. He's more of a listener. And that was, I think, big for her. She wanted someone who was a better listener than me and was more patient than me. He's very patient and I'm not. And so he was the kind of person she needed. Like, I love her very much. I always will. Every Mother's Day, I text her. I'm so glad we had kids together. I'm so glad that you're the mother of my kids. Like, I'm so grateful for you.
You know, you see a lot of these women wanting a man to yearn, but then you just be kind of thinking about what do men be yearning for? What do they want? I mean, they talk about in a lot of these songs, oh man, I can't wait to get home and get some of that good loving. And that's the problem, isn't it? These modern women, there don't be no good loving at the house. So what am I yearning for? You don't cook. You don't clean. What am I yearning for? You don't buy me anything. What am I yearning for? You don't, oh, I just want a man to cuddle and watch TV. You don't even do that. So what am I yearning for? A woman said, I want a man to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, just like me, working right beside me, talking about, you know, hey babe, do you want some coffee? Shouldn't we be cuddled up at that point in time? No. I want somebody to work alongside me and build our empire. So y'all not really even looking for love anymore. Y'all just, I'm not sure what you're looking for, but it's not companionship. You might be looking for a second you, is what a lot of men are saying. It's just me. And then it's kind of weird because y'all want yourself in a man. So really, honestly, and truly, you'd be making love to yourself, which is weird. Honestly and truly, it's yeah, that's weird.
It's so easy for men. It's really simply easy. You walk into the store and you...
It's so easy for women too. But yet, you guys only focus on yourselves and what you think you deserve when it comes down to relationship. Anytime you go into a store, never have I ever heard a woman just say, oh my God, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this for my man. Y'all are always so heavily focused on receiving gifts from your man, but you never think to get him anything. He got to work for it all the time, but you guys don't work for it. Like my husband and I went to Tonopah last week, and when I went to an A&W, the first thing I thought about was getting him the mug, the 2025 A&W mug. I wanted to get that from because I know he likes mugs. He drinks beer. Like, it literally is not that hard. You could do that too. It's not always about you.
Why is it when girls don't like a guy, the guys always attribute it to the wrong things? You hear it all the time. They'll be like, nice guys finish last. See, being nice gets you nowhere when your nice girls don't like you. My guy, I can promise you if they don't like you, it's not because you were nice. There's probably other defects. There's probably other things about your personality that they don't like. The nice part was actually probably helping you. Oh, there was another example. I had this one guy friend and he was telling me how I was telling him, I'm like, women, like, we love flowers. He's like, I don't believe women love flowers. I think you guys think you love flowers, but you don't actually like flowers. He was like, I used to give my ex flowers every month and she still cheated on me. What makes you correlate like the flowers to the cheating? Like, she cheated because she was a cheater. A girl dumped you because she was always going to dump you. You being nice was not the differentiator here. If you were an asshole instead of a nice guy, that was not going to save your relationship because that person was never going to stay. You buying her or not buying her flowers was not going to stop her from cheating because she was always going to cheat. But that also doesn't mean that you should go into relationships and be like, well, nice guys finish last, and, you know, girls, what they say is not what they actually mean, so don't even bother getting them flowers. They don't need it. No, for the right girl, you're going to want to do those things because if you don't do those things, she's not going to stay with you. If a guy I liked wasn't getting me flowers, I'm not dating you. If a guy I liked was an asshole to me, I ain't dating you. What makes you correlate these things that have nothing to do with why somebody left you? Why are you like conflating the two things? Treat the women in your life well if you want to keep them. Don't listen to the Reddit single incels who are telling you don't be the nice guy, don't get her flowers, don't be good to her. You are taking advice from the worst demographic ever.
Listen. I love Sims. Where are they? Is your dad one of them? Was he not around to teach you? Or are we just angry because Andrew Tate got arrested? Cole, listen. From one Nicole to a Cole, I've got a beautiful body. I've got a beautiful body underneath this sweatshirt. And I would love to get naked. I would love to get naked for a simp. Please send any and all simps my way. Oh my god. One is fine. One is great, but if you have an army of them, oh my god, an army of Sims. The world would look so good.
Oh man, here come all the bipolar, emotionally unstable women coming in my comments because of my previous post. I said what I said. Women are some of the biggest hypocrites. For example, there was a guy not too long ago on social media. He got custody of his 3 kids, right? And he posted a video online of him asking his baby mama for help. And she was like, no, you took me to court, you got them, so you handle them. All the women in the comments was like, that's right, girl, F them kids, live your life. Not one of them was calling her a deadbeat. Not one of them was calling her names. They was telling her to go live her life. See, y'all are the ones that God had to unalive in that flood back in the day. Y'all are not conducive to the progression of this society. Y'all was reprobate back then, and y'all are still reprobate today. The difference is, he gonna use fire instead of flood this time.
Ladies say they need man to spend $200 on date. Ladies say man must be gentleman in order to get lady. But then lady do things like this with friend. Do this thing with man at that. Do this thing with man with big D they find in club. Ladies say there is cost to entry. Yet, for many other people, there is no cost at all. We must be wise like ape. Be man she want, genuinely, not man that have to pay entry. She like finger in mouth and say yes, daddy.
This one is so filled with rage.
If you're a woman and you hate feminism, then shut the fuck up like you would have to do without it. Shut the fuck up and go get married at 20 and submit to your husband and have his children and stop posting online and stop going to college and stop wearing jeans and live your life without it and see what that life is like. Because I'm sick of you guys getting on here and saying that you're not feminist or that you hate feminism when you don't even know what privileges it has afforded you. It's like using your phone every single day and then saying that you hate electricity. Why do you keep talking? Like you guys are using feminism to complain about how you hate feminism. Shut the fuck up.
These women have swallowed that it is a privilege to do all of these things that ultimately make them miserable, and that it is slavery to do all of the things that are innately feminine, like having a baby and taking care of children and leaning on a man and getting married young. They've been told that that's a sign of weakness and enslavement.
A lot of women date guys who don't have as much as them because they can be lazy, they can mistreat a guy, they can do whatever they want to do, and they can be the person that they are because they know that guy won't go anywhere because he can't go anywhere, and they do underhanded things to keep this guy boxed in. They drain you so much with drama, they drain you so much with gaslighting and nitpicking so that you don't even have the energy to get anywhere else financially. You understand what I'm saying? And then also women, a lot of the times the apartment being their name, and so every time you get into it, they kicking you out, they throwing you outside, they putting you out the car, all type of just damaging you emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And again, this one only goes for men who don't really have to together. That's why it's important that you have you together, so you don't have to deal with like this.
Ladies, what's more important, your happiness or your duty in a relationship?
Absolutely happiness.
Okay, and why happiness?
Because if I'm not happy, nobody gonna be happy.
How about you?
My happiness. Because if I'm not happy, then I can't perform my duty.
So let me ask you this, right? Both you ladies work. You're a nurse.
Yes.
And what do you do?
Data entry.
And on those days when you're working and you're not happy, do you still continue to do your duty?
Yes.
Ah, you see that? You see that, right? So if you're at a job and you're unhappy, but you still maintain your duties, but in a relationship, you're saying if I'm unhappy, then everybody is unhappy. So let me ask you this. If you're working and you're a nurse, when you are unhappy, are other people unhappy too?
No.
Or do you control your emotions and don't pour it on other people?
I control it.
So if you can self-regulate your own emotions at your job, why can't you do it in a relationship?
But you the devil. You the motherfucking devil.
Are you guys cool if you're dating a guy and he's liking another girl's Instagram post?
1000%. Well, it depends on what the post is.
The content that we're exactly talking about. So
Well,
a booty shot at the gym.
That's Well, I wouldn't be okay with it, but also that's never really been.
Well,
an
that seems really
issue
insecure and
with
controlling
me.
of you.
Really?
Yeah. By the way, what you call insecurity, I call boundaries and standards. You should probably have not an issue with the girl, but you'd have an issue with your guy.
Yeah.
But these are sort of two sides of
Well,
the same
I'd probably
coin.
just break up with him at that point. It's just like.
But these are two sides of the same coin. So, and I think it's totally okay for women to have an issue with your boyfriend liking other women's posts, following a bunch of IG models, whatever. But the trade-off, I think, should be you as the woman in the relationship, you shouldn't be putting that content out there.
Good guys are the best. It's nice guys that finish last. I don't like a nice guy. Let me be completely honest.
What is a nice guy?
Nice guys finish last because they put everyone else before them.
So how are you a good guy and not a nice guy? Just
Oh my gosh. So a nice guy, and if you look up the definition, nice means you want to be pleasing to others. Good means I'm going to treat you well, but I'm not going to violate or dismantle my own belief system because of how you feel. When you start getting into people pleasing, that means you don't have strong boundaries. That means you can't possibly have strong leadership, which means me personally or any other woman that desires leadership, that desires masculinity, we don't trust you. You don't make good choices. It's like, no, I don't like no nice man. I don't like a man that's a pushover. I don't like a man that's all up in every woman's face. I don't like nice guys. I like a kind man that will very kindly be cordial, that'll be kind, that'll have a conversation. And as soon as you start impending what that person thinks you're supposed to do, it gets dead. Jesus was a kind man, not a nice man. He set every boundary. So the reason why most women miss out on good men is because a lot of women, they're so used to chaos, they think stability is boring.
You know, what Sarah was talking about, and she used the example, Jesus was a kind man. He wasn't a nice man. The stuff that Jesus used to do. Some of the ways. Some of the ways he used to be talking to people. Disrespect. Straight up disrespect. Straight up disrespect is what it was. And y'all wouldn't be able to handle that. There's no way. There's no way. But the way that he was talking to some of these people straight to their face and wouldn't back down to the point of crucifixion. Y'all don't want that. That's not what y'all are looking for. Y'all actually are looking for a nice man. There's a lot of, oh, I want a simp. I want this. I want that. That's what you're describing. Even further, a lot of these women that they're talking about, a nice guy does this, he does this, this. They're describing a modern woman. Some of your friends in your friends group, they don't really have any boundaries. People pleasing. Oh, well, you know, the matriarchy is better than the patriarchy because we, you know, everybody else gets to have a say. Everybody gets to have an opinion. Uh-oh. Didn't y'all say that y'all could lead better? She just said that's too nice of a way of doing stuff. Interesting. We want to accept everybody. Everybody's welcome. Uh-oh. That's what the matriarchy leads. That's what women do out there. That's what you want in a man. Interesting. Interesting. That's the way you want a man to lead. That's what I'm saying. Modern women don't really even know what they be talking about. They be describing the stuff that they be doing. And then get mad when a man says, no, that's not going to fly. We need to go a different direction. You're a part of the patriarchy. We need to go a different direction. Be quiet and buckle up.
Does height matter in a guy?
Yes. If he's not 6'2" or above, he's not it.
So you're judging guys based on something they can't change, though?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, but I judge based on unnatural beauty. I see you guys got a lot of makeup on, so let's see what you look like without the makeup. Take it
No, that's disgusting. No. Height is equal to makeup?
No, it's actually not. That's the point. Because you guys can change how much makeup. I can't change my height. So you're judging based.
Yeah.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
So just take back height matter.
No, I stand on it.
Then take the makeup off.
No, because I'm going to the next bar. I can't.
So you don't look good without makeup is what you're saying?
I do, but like not as good.
All these girls that do this, they act all confident, and then they see themselves on the video later, and then they comment and DM me. They're like, bro, please take it down. You can't say height matters. Now, I'm not shaking your hand. I got a girlfriend, but
this is a deal breaker for most of my guys out there. I understand. Older women typically have more mileage. They've been around longer. So the longer a car has been around, the likely it is to have a little bit more miles on that thing. than a woman who's 19, 20. It just is what it is. They've been around the block. They done had their phases. They done been in and out of relationships. High mileage comes with more baggage. It comes with more trauma. It comes with a little bit more emotional coldness. It comes with a little bit more, you got to, do too much to warm the car up. A lot of women with a lot of mileage, it's hard for them to orgasm and shit like that. So that I do understand. Now you catch your older woman who don't got a lot of mileage, you're in there, you go.
On a scale of 0 to 10, rate your own looks.
Face 4.5, body 4.5. Face 5, body 6.
I feel like, let's say, like the glow up happened in the grow up, and I feel like I used to be a troll, like, believe it or not, I did. But I feel like now, like, I do Pilates, I do home workouts, like, I feel like my body is where I want it to be, like, so I guess I technically maybe rate my face like 8.5, my body like a 9.
5 for face card. I would definitely give my body more of a 7 or an 8.
What about you?
Face 4, body 6. Face 6, body 6.
Face 3, body 3.
Face 6.1, body 5.9.
Face 4.5, body 4.5, total 4.5. Let's talk to the 9 here at the table.
I can make myself look pretty presentable, and I feel like I look good.
Right.
And I mean, I work out. Like, I actually haven't been to the gym, but I do home workouts. I do Pilates, calisthenics.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that type of female that's about to go on a date with no ugly going on. I don't see myself a female before they even hang. Like, let me say something. As soon as you meet somebody, you know or not. Like, oh, we gonna eat. I know. Finish that steak. I know or not. So what are you talking about? Like,
so you know that to be like, yo, I wanna.
You can, but you don't. Exactly, like she said.
That's the whole fact. The disrespect.
No, it's not. No disrespect.
It's the audacity for me.
It's not.
Tell me what man goes months and years without sex until they find the right person.
Every man.
Stop the lies.
95% plus of men on this planet. On the planet. Have that exact experience. I'm just telling you the truth. Most men on the planet Earth don't have access to pussy.
What about brothels?
They have no money.
Yeah, but they don't have the money. Cost of living, Cost of living. We're not in like some third world country where you could do it for like £10 or £5, bro. Like,
even then they can't afford it.
I just think that if a woman wants what a man wants, then of course she's going to have to think like them, but still act like a lady. Because there is a such thing as acting like a woman and thinking like a man.
There's no such thing as acting like a lady and thinking like a man.
Steve Harvey wrote it.
And Steve Harvey is dumb. Just because you think like a man, you're capable of acting like a lady. That doesn't even work. If you think about ice cream all day, you gonna eat the ice cream or no?
Yes.
But you're gonna eat the ice cream.
But
so if you think like a man, you're gonna act like a man. Listen.
Okay.
Influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. The things that you think about, you tend to act on those things. So if you got whole thoughts, you probably gonna be right? Like, say if you got sexual thoughts. Bro, you gonna do some stuff sooner or later if you have thoughts. You get what I'm saying? So if the woman is thinking like a man and want to date like a man and sleep around with this man and not have no emotional connection with the man, she's gonna do it.
All right, this is for my girls. One, be nice. Be nice to men. Because I've had a restored faith in men that are like actually having the guts to just like come up to women. And if you're mean to them, you're gonna scare them. So don't do that. But I do have a restored faith in men, and I think part of it comes from women being nice, women being open to, like, just, like, one, look up from your phone. If you're going for a walk, look up from your phone. Don't have RBF. Actually, that's probably okay. But just, like, inviting. Like, smile at somebody if they walk past. Like, don't be freaking creepy, but, like, smile at them. The amount of people I've met on my walks is insane. Literally, a guy just walked past. I walked past him. He then like turned around and he was like, hey, excuse me. And then like asked me about restaurant options around the neighborhood. I'm just like, you can meet people if you're willing to just look up from your phone, give a smile, make eye contact. Like, we don't have to look like we don't want to talk to humans. We can look like we want to talk to humans, but like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of girls are like, guys just don't. And I'm like, they will if you're nice. Stop being pissy when they walk up. Stop being annoyed. Stop assuming the worst in every man. Like, don't get off on freaking rejecting them. Be nice. You can say, no, I'm good, thank you. But be nice if you're gonna do it. But like, just look up. Smile. But don't be like annoyed that people, like guys aren't approaching you if you're not being approachable. You know? Anyway, I literally just met a new person while walking. The amount of people, like literally all my friends lately have been because I'm like walking. That's how I meet them. Because I smile, I don't look at my phone the whole time. It's not that hard. Anyway, just my 2 cents. Be nice. Be nice. Women, be nice to men because we don't need to scare them off. They're finally getting the guts to talk to people again. Let's not scare them off by rejecting every single one of them and like embarrassing them in the process. Be nice.
You a nice guy? Then welcome to last place.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
How do you feel about on the first night?
I don't care. If I have to do, I do. But if I go through dating with somebody else and I figure out this guy for a relationship, I don't make first time.
So wait, if he's a good guy, you'll make him wait. If he's a bad boy, you'll give it up.
What?
But isn't that a little bit backwards?
No. If he's good boy, I don't make first time. I hold myself because I have to go somewhere special with him.
Whereas
I hold.
But you
because
don't.
I have to show him something special, you know.
But if he's a bad boy,
just for fun.
Because you know he doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care about. I don't care too.
What if the good guy wants it on night one?
They want, but I can do. I say, hey man, do you want me? Hold more. One more step.
I don't know how many different ways you need to hear it. Girls from different countries, different accents. The message is all the same at this point. It's a universal language. Nice guys finish last, unfortunately. Even with this chick, big thought, 44 years old, straight up admitting, and I appreciate her honesty. If he's a bad boy and I know it ain't gonna be, yeah, I'll have a good time with him. Like them dude's mentality. And straight up like, but if he's good and I know he could be special and this could go into a relationship, nah, I ain't gonna do all that. He's gonna have to wait. Being a nice guy costs you. And not for nothing, the price is pretty expensive. She wants you to take her out and chill and see if you're worthy of what the bad boy gets night one. Obviously, this woman has no respect for herself, but she takes advantage of the nice guy and how she knows the dating market is. She knows she's a thought. She knows she likes to smash, but if a dude shows potential, I'm not gonna give him what I give the bad boys because then he's gonna look at me a certain way, which she would be correct on. That's why we say vet these chicks out, dog. Even if your intentions are good, because they will take advantage of your generosity and your pure intentions on a relationship. Even homie with the mic was like, hold up, are you serious? Like if you're the bad boy, like he don't care, I don't care, it's whatever. But if he's good, he's gonna pay the top price. You are paying new car prices for a used 250,000 rundown, beat up, leather crack. If it's even leather, but this looks like cloth. So my dogs, be careful, especially if you have good intentions. You might run into one of these and think she's a good girl when in reality, she actually wishes you was a bad boy.
As a single woman in the Harvard Law dating scene, something that I think about so much, how much harder it is for highly successful, well-educated women to find a partner who is their match than men. Because while a woman at Harvard Law is typically looking for a man who is professionally, intellectually their equal, a lot of men don't have the same mentality, especially considering gender roles and norms. It is so much more common and socially acceptable for a man to just find a pretty wife who is willing to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of the kids and just revolve her whole world around him. Nothing wrong with that at all. Just not my path. But highly successful women oftentimes don't want this for their partner. Maybe it's a bit of sexism and elitism, to be honest. But like, I don't think I would find a man who is okay with just being a house husband attractive to me personally. I want a man who is driven and has career goals outside the house and can hold intellectually stimulating conversations with me. But yeah, moral of the story, there is a lot more highly successful, very educated women out there than men, and not necessarily because we want to, but because we are picky. We have very high standards and we are waiting for someone who is our equivalent mentally and professionally and intellectually. And unfortunately, most men who are our equivalent are not looking for their equivalent.
The reason y'all don't want a man being a house husband is because y'all think that he's going to be at home doing nothing, which is what y'all be doing. Y'all know y'all be at the house saying y'all cooking dinner and y'all done made that man chicken nuggets and some fries. Didn't season the fries. The chicken nuggets are still half frozen. Couldn't even make that man any Kool-Aid. No iced tea. No nothing. The bottle of water that you give him is hot. Not even any ice. Man asks you for a cup of water. You give him a dirty glass from the dishwasher that you haven't even washed. Haven't even started it. Oh, I've just been so swamped with everything. What exactly have you been swamped with? And then you name a list of 50 things. And then when you put them all together, really nothing. You've been doing nothing, which is what modern women do. That's why you don't want that man at home.